Hey, what's going on, family? In this video, I'm going to be talking about why you should take your money out of the fucking bank, reinvest it into yourself or assets. Again, get your fucking money out of the bank. If you're a knucklehead, a dork who has money in the bank, reinvest it in yourself or high yielding ROI assets. Let's get into this video. So, what is savings? Savings. A lot of people bought into the narrative you have to save. A lot of people think they're gonna save their way to riches. Yada yada yada. Wrong. You are so wrong. Wrong. What is savings? Well, savings is an essential aspect of personal finance where people assume that by saving it leads to financial security, long-term goals, achievements, they could buy or achieve their goal if they have enough savings in the bank account, knowing there's a cushion for a fallback if something happens, emergency, blah, 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 blah. Boring. No one gives a shit, right? Types of savings. Currently, in the modern era, there are 3 to 4 types of savings. The first type of traditional saving is CDs, certificate of deposit. Those yield anywhere from 3 to 4%. That is where you put a section of your income into a savings account that yields typically 3 to 4%, which is annual interest rate. So for instance, let's go $10,000 because that's easy math, right? Put in $10,000 annually, it yields 3%, 4%. 3% of $10,000 is what? It's like less than $100 to $200. I don't have the time to do the fucking math. If you put $10,000 in a CD annually, you are gonna yield less than $500 in interest. How the fuck does that make sense, people? Makes no sense, but people do it. Another form of savings is 401k. You have a job, typically offered to match your 401k. You can put, I've seen anywhere from 60-40, I've seen anywhere from 80-90, I've seen anywhere from 90-10, depending on the company. But a 401k is basically allocating a significant portion of your paycheck to a pool of money that goes into the stock market where you cannot fucking take money from till you're like 59, I believe, or 60. So let's say you're in your 20s. You are not gonna be able to touch that money for 30 years, not even 30 years, 40 years technically. What the fuck? You're making money, you're allocating a significant amount of that money into saving for the future that is locked away for 40 years. Who signs up for some shit like that? Explain. Makes no sense. Let's keep going. Money market account. It's pretty much kind of like CDs, but it's more of an online thing. Yeah, those are pretty much the types of savings currently, traditionally that is. Savings has a little bit of an advantage. Yeah, there are 1 or 2 advantages in savings. For instance, having 6 to 12 months of your living expenses in your bank account. That's an advantage. That's considered savings, right? If you have 6 to 12 months, six months to a year's worth of living expenses in your account, that is considered a form of savings. That is an advantage. I always encourage that. That is good. Number 2, have anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 in emergency funds, typically cash for emergency. It could be in a safe, it could be under your pillow, under your bed, however you want to do, whatever works for you. Or it could also be online in your bank account. However you want to go about it. Those are the only 2 advantages of savings I do, in my opinion, endorse, because those are the only beneficial types of savings anyone should have. Again, 6 to 12 months worth of living expenses and $5,000 to $10,000 in emergency funds. And outside of that, there are no advantages to savings. So we're going into the disadvantages of savings. The number 1 disadvantage of saving is inflation. Inflation, especially with the economy right now in the United States. If you were saving $100K a year, for instance, next year that purchasing power is going down. So that $100K would be worth probably $95,000. Then the upper year, that $95,000 would be worth $90,000. Slowly, the purchasing power of that money you have allocated into a savings account is going to keep reducing over the years. Basically, they are stealing money from you. The economy is stealing money from you. The government is stealing money from you. Your money is being stolen. Why would anyone sign up for that? That is retarded ass shit. So inflation. If you don't want your money to be fucking stolen, your hard-earned money, do not fucking allocate a significant portion of it into savings. That is stupid. It's a disadvantage. Another disadvantage of savings is low interest. Yeah, you know, you have 6 to 12 months worth of rent money, typically 34% of however much that is, you know, you get like less than $500. Let's just say less than $1,000, you know, that ain't shit. That's nothing, you know what I'm saying? No fucking grown adult is gonna be, you know, giddy about $1,000 a year in extra income or $500 a year in extra income. That doesn't do shit, you know. That's like 1 or 2 dates with a hot chick, you know, or movies with the fam. That's not even enough for a birthday celebration. You know, you can't even use that amount to celebrate your birthday. So that's a disadvantage in my eyes, and it's not worth it to me. Market fluctuations, especially if you have a significant portion of your money into 401k, which goes into the stock market, the market fluctuates. If fucking all the social media fucking companies go fucking half, they like lose 50% of their fucking valuation, you're fucked. Whatever valuation you had before, 50% of it is gonna fucking disappear. The market fluctuates. The market fluctuates. That is a disadvantage. So if you put in a lot of money into the 401k market, you know, allocating a lot of fucking capital into that, or a lot of cash flow from your job into that, thinking that is gonna get you to financial freedom, you are dependent on the economy. And the economy is fucking influenced by the feds and by fucking nations and fucking presidents, yada yada yada. So you are dependent in people. I wouldn't depend on people if I want to be financially free. So I wouldn't put my fucking money in 401k. That is a huge disadvantage. Savings will never get you rich. No one saves their fucking way to millions and millions and millions of dollars. People who make millions, they reinvested that money into themselves, or they reinvested that money into assets. High ROI yielding assets. High return on investments yielding assets. That is where you should be investing your money into, not savings. Again, 6 to 12 months worth of rent money, living expenses money, that's feeding, rent, shitting, electricity, phone bills, all that shit. Have it in your bank account, that's acceptable. $5,000 to $10,000 in emergency income. I'd like to advise cash if you can, but if you would rather have that online, if you're like a travel head and you travel a lot, it makes sense for you to have that online with a different bank account. But if you stay relatively in one place and you travel once or twice or less than 10 times a year, you can have it in cash at your spot. Financially, if you want to get a rich, I'm not talking about fucking 100 to 200k a year. I'm talking about rich, a million plus, you know, in net worth. You know, saving is never gonna get you there. You know, you have to allocate your money into high yielding ROI assets that will fucking put you into a situation where you can make a lot of profit. Let's go ahead and get into those high yielding ROI assets that could make you a lot of money. The first high yielding ROI asset that could make you a lot of money is real estate. Easy, real estate. That has made most millionaires in the world, I believe. I'm for sure in the United States, but I'm not necessarily sure like on a worldwide scale. But in the United States, real estate has made, I believe, 90 to 95% of the millionaires came from real estate. 10, 20, $30,000, get a partner, pool money together, get a loan, get a house, put tenants in there. It's gonna cash flow. You typically want to charge anywhere from 10 to 20% more than the house is gonna cost you. Then you put that in profit, right? Another high yielding asset are gonna be entrepreneurship assets. Well, you would ask me, what are entrepreneurship assets? Software, for instance, products, brand. If you want to become an entrepreneur, you have a good idea, I would recommend you to roll your money into reinvesting in yourself, developing that software idea you have. You never know. You launch it, you scale it, you have 50, 30, 100,000 people download that software. Now, if you do the math on a 5x ROI, which is like the average in software, let's say you sell a license key for $20 and you have over 100,000 people there, your company is now valued at like close to $10 million, I believe, you know, like within a year of fucking releasing that software, you know, at $20. So that is insane. So software, product, again, if you want to become a brand, you can invest in product, you know, do the whole Alibaba drop shipping stuff. You know, you get a white label product from China, from whatever country you want to get it from. Drop ship it on TikTok, on Instagram. You know, you don't have to necessarily have a personal brand to do that. You can pay, pages to promote. You can pay people, influencers to promote the brand. Do that for a while, make profit, then become a proper brand, add a logo, add certain things to differentiate yourself from the market, and you become a brand. Keep reinvesting that money into that brand, and you're gonna get valued over $10 million. You can exit at some point, sell it to a big company. Another form of high yielding ROI asset: watches. I'm not talking about $500 watches. Ain't nobody talking about that. I'm talking about actual fucking watches, like Patek Philippe, Rolex, even Grand Seiko, Omega, stuff like that. Typically $5,000 plus. Those are gonna yield you great assets. Back in like 2021, 2022, a bunch of Rolexes that were fucking initially anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000. I believe it was a 5x. People were fucking buying that shit for like $50,000 to $60,000, which is insane, right? That is stupid. That is fucking stupid. Not $50,000 to $60,000, excuse me. 50 to fucking, what was it, $120,000 if I'm correct. Again, that's not INSTA Rolexes, that's like stock Rolexes, right? That people wanted. There was a demand for it, but there was a shortage of production, right? It led to a high demand. So yeah, you can invest in watches, but you gotta be really careful. Make sure you're getting an authentic piece, make sure you're getting your receipt, and make sure you can easily sell it back when you so wish to. And precious metals. People have been sleeping on precious metals for so long that it is insane. I recommend buying silver. If you have $10,000, I would put $7,000 into silver. I'll put $3,000 into gold and just sit on it, give it a couple years, 5-10 years, and that could easily 5x, or even 10x. That could easily go from anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 easily, right? Again, the example we use is $10,000. But if you do this at scale, $100,000, $1 million, $10 million, that's where you can start fucking printing some stupid amount of money, right? So that's what I would recommend. Investing in those rather than fucking saving your money. Those are actually gonna get you rich if you do it at scale properly. Yeah, with $10,000 not so much, with $100,000 not so much. But if you got $1 million sitting around and you do it at scale, that's where we're talking, right? You can be living off of the fucking profit you're making annually, right? So yeah, that's the point of this video. Let me know what you guys think about this video down in the comment section below. Do you guys like it? Do you guys dislike it? Let me know. I'm gonna catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.